Hey everyone, this is your 10-minute yoga stretch class. All you need is a mat and a little bit of space, and let's get started. Let's start by laying on our backs into a comfortable position here with your palms up. And start to slow down your breath and start to calm the mind, allowing your body to relax into the mat. And start to breathe into any areas that you might be feeling tension here. Deep belly breaths. And slowly drawing your knees into your chest, give them a squeeze, maybe a little rock from one side to the other. Placing one hand on each knee, slowly draw your knees into your chest, out to the side, and back to center, creating big circles in space. Warming up through your hips here. Let's reverse the circles. Nice full range of movement here. And place your right ankle over your left thigh. Thread your arms through and clasp them behind your left leg here. Drawing your legs towards you, but your right knee is pulling away from you here in a deep glute stretch. Place your left hand onto your right ankle, and in this position, slowly lower to your left, dropping the elbow first, and use your right hand to press that right leg away from you. At the same time, spiral your right shoulder and right hip down towards the floor. You should really feel this one in your outer hip and glute muscles. And slowly release. Let's switch sides. This time the left ankle places over the right thigh. Thread the arms through and clasp behind the right leg. Rooting the back of your shoulders and low back into the floor. Taking a few deep breaths here and drawing that left knee away from you. And placing right hand onto left ankle as you drop your body to the right side this time. While taking the left hand, slowly, gently pressing against that left leg and drawing it away from you. And drawing your left side body away from your legs here. And no, you're not the only one. This stretch is quite intense into the side glutes and side of the hip. Just keep on breathing into it and release the tension that you might be holding in your lower body. And slowly release back to center, drawing your knees into your chest. And let's rock and roll up to a seated position with your legs extended out in front of you. And once you're there, inhale your arms overhead. Exhale, fold forward. Finding length in your low spine, and just let your head relax down as you reach forward towards your toes. And option to flex your feet here if you want to get deeper into the stretch and more into your lower legs. And let every exhale release you further into the stretch, continuing to draw your tailbone back in space. And slowly reach your right hand to the outside of your left foot. If you need to bend your leg to do this, you can. Slowly extend, bring your body upright, and reach your left arm behind you. Lengthening through your spine and keeping both sit bones attached to the floor. And take a deep inhale. And exhale, release to the other side. Reach your left hand to the outside of your right foot as you slowly extend and reach your right arm behind you. Now, it's okay if your right leg doesn't extend all the way, as long as you're still feeling that stretch on the outside of your leg. Take a deep inhale and release. Now let's flip our legs around and come into tabletop position with shoulders over the wrists and knees under the hips. Start to drop the belly and lift the gaze. Then scoop the belly, drop the gaze into cat-cow flow. Inhale to lift. Exhale to scoop. Nice, and getting some movement all the way down the spine. And last round here. Final scoop. And back to neutral. Now start to extend your left leg behind you as you reach your left arm overhead, opening up your hips and shoulders to the side wall. Now press the sole of your left foot into the floor as you lift the left side of your torso up to the sky. And bring your body upright, bending towards your left leg and reaching your right arm overhead. Shoulders away from the ears. And returning back to tabletop. Other side, extending the right leg and right arm reaches overhead as we open up our shoulders and hips to the side. Now you should be feeling this in your right side obliques and even up your right arm. And bringing the body upright and bending to the right, reaching with the left arm overhead. And come back up to center, returning to tabletop. And take a step forward with your left leg into a low lunge. Reach your arms overhead, inhale, back bend. And hold here, and release, placing right hand down to the floor, left hand on your left knee, and press your chest open and closed. Inhale, exhale, and open, reach your left arm to the sky, lengthen long here, sink those hips, and reach for your back foot with your left hand, and draw it towards your hips in a quadricep stretch. Now it's also okay if you can't reach, just stay in that shape, but a cheat that you can also do is to lift the hips in order to reach and then let them sink after. Okay, release your back leg, extend your front leg as you shift your hips over your back knee and fold your body forward. Lengthening your tailbone up and back as you gently release the head. We're stretching out the hamstrings here. Option to flex the foot to get deeper into this stretch as well. Spiraling the left hip back here. Take a final breath in this position. And lunging forward. Transitioning to tabletop. Then step your right foot forward into a low lunge. Let's go to the other side. Inhale, back bend. Keep the breath flowing and hold here for a moment. And release, placing left hand down to the floor, right hand onto your right leg as we open and close through the shoulders. Reaching right arm to the sky, drop those hips. And reaching for your back ankle into that quadricep stretch. And finding a few deep breaths here, breathing into the front of the left thigh. And just releasing all tension. Deep inhale and release your back leg as we extend our front leg, shift your hips back and fold forward. And we're focusing on our breath here, letting our upper body release and fall forward. Remembering to draw that right hip back in space, an option to flex the foot here. And one more breath in this position. Come on up, bend that front knee, and find tabletop. Let's tuck the back toes into downward dog. Start to bicycle your legs out, pressing one heel down and then the other. We're stretching out the calves here. And both heels come down as you draw belly into your front thighs. Let's lift both heels and gently walk towards the top of your mat into a standing forward fold. Place your hands on the back of your legs or wherever they feel comfortable to start. Stretching out the hamstrings some more, just let that head fall. Let's grab a hold of both elbows and pendulum rock from one side to the other. You can have a slight bend in the knees here. And time, release your arms, bend your knees, and slowly roll up one vertebrae at a time. Inhale, sweep your arms overhead. Exhale, hands heart center. And namaste. Thank you so much for joining me in class today. I hope you have a beautiful day, and I'll see you next time.